Hey Virgo, welcome back to another round of weekly readings. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit there. There, we'll get more of the table there. Hope the past week has treated you well. Just a couple of announcements to make before we get going on your reading. The channel reached over 1,000 subscribers last weekend, and so I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for all of your support. Super humbled and excited to take it forward and to the top with this community and channel. The second notice I wanted to make was that some of the comments have been disappearing from the videos before I've had a chance to respond. So if those were intentionally deleted, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Just know that, I aim to respond to every single comment. And so if I hadn't responded to yours, I haven't responded to it, it's because it's either gone or I can't see it for some reason. So yeah. Sorry, I'm being a bit, I'm kind of rushing this because I've said this 11 times already, and I think it's finally getting to me, Virgo. Let's keep it short and sweet today, right? I'm using some different decks today and kind of a little bit of a different model. Virgo, I can't say that any of your readings have been a real big hit. I don't get a lot of views on yours for some reason. So I want to try something different, a different style to see if it appeals to more of you versus just the kind of, romantic reads that I've been doing today with some of my other decks. That I'm certainly a lot more comfortable with those other decks than I am these ones. These ones, there's a lot more channeling involved, and it actually takes a considerable amount of energy to do these readings. So I think yours might be the last today. I did Pisces before yours. Yeah. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So these first three cards really are a representation of you or the energies in and around you, what's going on for you. It's interesting. I just did Pisces reading, and Otter came up for them as the first card, which is really beautiful. I almost feel like you could be involved with the Pisces and they're watching you. There's something here about somebody watching you go through a huge transformation with this Phoenix card, okay? Whenever in Kim Kranz's deck that you see, this circle with kind of that gold foil in the middle, those are like major arcanas. Those cards are a really big deal, and certainly we all know about the Phoenix rising from the ashes, and this, of course, is a really big deal. I feel like Virgo, with this unicorn card, I feel like your dreams are about to come true. I'm just hearing like, not in my wildest dreams did I ever think this would happen. I think there's something that's happened in your life that's been unexpected and has created a significant change in your life. Like, we're talking like burn you down to the ground so that you can rise up again and more powerful. You might be really interested in the raptor species around this time. Eagles, hawks, falcons, that sort of thing. I wouldn't be surprised because those animals are incredibly powerful, and they do speak about wisdom and transformation and so much. I mean, I could go on forever about birds, but I'm just really hearing like, not in my wildest dreams. And I don't know if it has something to do with this otter person, or if this person is just watching this occur and they're excited for you in some way, shape, or form. So you've gone through something significant or going through something significant in your life right now, and it's significant enough that this is something that you're going to take notice of. It's similar or akin to the Death card in the tarot, where it's change that needed to happen, but it can be uncomfortable. I just don't think you ever saw this coming. And again, similar to the Pisces reading, it focuses on personal power, like really coming into your personal power. And of course, lots to do with the root chakra here. So I don't know if you've been doing work on your past, or if there's issues about sexuality or something like that kind of blew the lid off of something, and it's caused a significant change in your life. But in any event, this otter person's watching. The otter person here is somebody who's really sweet. They've got a playful type energy about them. They're a good communicator. Their personal power, I would say they're either working on theirs too, or it's just not as strong as yours is becoming. It's almost a look of admiration here too. I think someone's excited to see this for you. I think as painful as it might be, it's like this person sees the potential of this transformation and what it could do for you in your life. And they're there for you. They're like your biggest cheerleader almost. Like, you can do this. I don't know if you're actually involved with this person or if this person sees you from a distance. I get the feeling it's more a distance. Like, I get the feeling that, even if this is just like a telepathic or intuitive connection, because there's a sense that this person isn't around you at this time, like physically present. It's just the energy that I'm picking up there, okay? That's the first time I've actually had someone else show up in the animal spirit cards here. Usually it's just about the person that I'm reading for. So this person's excited for you. Very keen interest. Yeah, they're a sweetie is just what I keep hearing. Like, if you were to describe this person, and I do believe you know this person, you'd call them a sweetie. There's an innocence about them. Like I said, again, a playfulness, a really good listener. They pay attention, When you say something, this person sits intently and listens to you. It's not like they're kind of half there and like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, You are an incredibly powerful person, Virgo. You are... I don't think you weren't a powerful person to begin with. I feel you were powerful before even, but this is something that's just taken you to the next level. This is next level transformation. Maybe a spiritual awakening too. I might have talked about that in Pisces actually. Oh, that's interesting. We'll see if that card comes up again. I believe that was the Seven of Wands? It reminds me of the Ace of Wands, so we'll see. Oh, yeah. Yikes. So this energy here is one of like mental confusion. With the Nine of Swords, this is something that was actually quite an ugly situation. You've been through something that was really quite, like ugly is the word that comes to mind. It was convoluted. It was, it's a feeling of being trapped, like no way is a good way to go. I don't know if you were being spied on and not in a good way. Someone's always watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Was that Michael Jackson? That's what I just heard. There's just something really rotten about this situation. It's chaotic. It's like a nightmare. It feels like a nightmare. Whatever you've been through, it's felt like a nightmare. That's the best I can do to describe this. And like I said, up, down, sideways, front, backwards, it all sucked. Like either way you were... Gosh, I wish I could swear on YouTube. Either way you were like stuck. It rhymes with stuck. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune comes in and the Daughter of Wands. Gorgeous. The Wheel of Fortune. In this deck to me, I'm just going to put these down. In this deck to me, the Wheel of Fortune can also speak of messes. But it's slowly untangling things and for the better. You see the two separate energies in here. It's quite chaotic. It's kind of tangled up. It's kind of messy. But there's something here about coming out of that. There's more color in here. Things are starting to get more balanced out. And so I feel like you've been through this tower moment of some sort of this death process. Of a really just negative situation, and you're starting to, or you have slowly untangled it. Okay, and there's hope with this. with the Wheel of Fortune and the number 10, 10 speaks to endings. It's about things coming to an end. Not quite yet, but they're coming to an end. And the Wheel of Fortune just means it's like the hands of fate have turned. It's time to carry on with the second half of our journey here. So again, I don't get the energy that all is perfect and well in this, but it's almost like you're starting to see hope. You've slowly untangled yourself from whatever situation this was. I feel like this was like a love relationship gone really wrong, is how it feels. Like you just got yourself in so deep in this. I don't know if this was like a longer term commitment or just you got involved with someone really quickly and it just turned bad really fast. And like I said, I feel like this person was probably watching you, keeping tabs on you, and not in a great way. It feels like very controlling energy, and like you're trapped or imprisoned in a relationship is how it feels, or were if you're coming out of this. The Daughter of Wands is gorgeous energy. When I see this card, I always think about infinity, the number 8, which is an incredibly powerful number. Your life path number might be an 8. It's like something beautiful coming out of something really dark. I get the feeling that you're an incredibly strong person. Like there's a fortitude within you that is just unbelievable. It's like you're transforming through this experience with so much grace. And that's not to say it's been easy or it won't be easy, but it's almost a sense of balance and about understanding that this is going to happen even if slowly. I think you have a really good understanding about life, how everything's connected. There's a sense of like understanding the interconnectedness. Oh my gosh. Interconnectedness of our world. Sorry, Virgo. That was so sloppy. And it might be where you're starting to kind of see or embrace the lessons that you learned from this situation here. So I feel this energy of coming out of this, okay? So it's something to look forward to if you're still in the thick of it. And an acknowledgement if you are in the process of coming through it. Embracing the beautiful. And this speaks to me about new growth. And again, it to me relates to lessons being learned from this experience. So slowly untangling yourself from this, getting free from this, sorting things out. And now still not feeling 100%. As you'll note, the darkness in this card is still quite heavy, but it's starting to lighten up. You can see it's starting to lighten up there. And from this stick that was once dead and lifeless, there's new lessons here. There's blossoms coming through. And it could also be that you feel the potential of life again, like, where you may have felt utterly trapped and lost and like you're never going to get out of this. Like, this is basically my life. This is my life from here on in, sort of thing. It's just like starting to see new opportunities, the possibility of new opportunities. Yeah, look at that. So, not again. There's so many cards. I don't like it. Okay. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. There's nothing funny about this situation at all. It's just, it's me. I'll tell you this right now. I'm getting this sense of, this might have been so heavy on you, weighed so heavily on you, this situation, where it just felt impossible to extract yourself from it. Where it's just like, everything, like all of this is on you. Like, I have to sort through all of this and I just don't feel like I can. I feel so tired. I just don't know that I can. I'm getting that energy from this, okay? And almost to points where you thought it was just borderline ridiculous how this was going. Like, maybe just as you started clearing one thing or cleared one hurdle, it's like 10 more things showed up and you're just like almost threw your hands up and like laughed. And I was like, are you serious, like really, like, that frustration. In any event, yeah, this is how this situation left you feeling, right? I think that says it all, doesn't it? It's the Ten of Swords. Just wounded. Dead. Like it was like a death. Being involved in this was like, I just want to say like the end. Like it just felt like you came out of it just like, well, like I just said, feeling totally deflated, totally lifeless, no energy, no life in you at all. Like this left you feeling like this. If you look at this card, this is how you felt, like done. Like it really, and for you to come out of that and to slowly peel things apart and heal again really speaks to your character and your strength and, potentially the love around you of friends or, angels, if you believe in angels or whatever you embrace, nature, animals, pets, this was a true moment of reckoning. This was a true moment of hitting rock bottom and rising up and having faith to try one more time, to extract yourself from this, to slowly pull this apart. Judgment to me is always about release. Coming out of the dark and into the light sort of energy. It's interesting, if you're drawn to the Pisces title, you may well want to watch their video because I'm getting a lot of the same recurring cards in here. A lot of the same players and a similar theme in that they were kind of starting something new, that they were coming into their own and really building on personal power and using their voice for whatever purposes. Just coming into their own with the help of somebody. So yeah, maybe check that out. Or it's possible that the two of you are going through similar experiences together, but apart. With the Hangman energy here, I think you spent a good amount of time just doing nothing during this recovery process, like literally just recovering from this and this. With this release, it was like, I don't think you made any decision quickly. I think you just really hung back for a while. You may have kind of been in more of an isolative energy as well. I mean, I think you did what you had to do to function day to day in life, but aside from that, you just kept to yourself. You kept your feelings to yourself. You kept quiet about this and really just went within and spent a good amount of time just waiting and thinking and contemplating. Okay. Yeah, spending time getting to the root of a matter. Actually, no, I'm not pulling these all at once. Yeah. And this card came out yesterday, and it really did speak to getting to the roots of something in order to understand and to grow further. Did I not mention that root chakra back here? Part of this phoenix rising from the ashes was you going back and looking through the foundation of something. If this was a relationship, why did I choose to get involved in that relationship? What is it? What part of me? Whether it be childhood experiences, the way you were raised, the messages you were given, that sort of thing made you choose to get involved in something like this. And not only that, but stay in it for so long, because this is something you were in for a long time. Possibly like 20 years. Because we've got 9, 10, 10, 20. Yeah. It's possible that you were with this person for close to 20 years, but with 10 showing up so many times, by about the 9th or 10th year, I think this really went south, is what I'm picking up. Or 9 or 10 years ago is when it started going south. Which, same thing, I guess, isn't it? And you've maybe spent the past 12 months in this hangman energy. Okay. And perhaps the next 6 months going through, self-reflection, or maybe you've been through therapy, but there's something here about exploring the foundation of something, the roots of why you chose to get involved in something like this. But again, not even just chose to get involved, but stay when it went like this. By the time it got to this, what the heck kept you stuck for another 10 years, let's say, okay? With the Father of Cups energy out here, this could relate to father issues, actually. I don't know if your father might have been somebody that spoke to you harshly. They're probably someone that was stoic. I don't feel a lot of emotion coming from this Father of Cups. They're probably somebody that was very rigid in much of their life. The way they dress, they might have had a certain way of dressing and attire. Just the not flexible, like it's kind of my way or the highway sort of person. It's funny, my cat's coming around again. She showed up and started meowing in Pisces reading too. And she normally never comes down here. Not in a long time anyways. So you might have a pet. You might have a pet that you're really close to, that you've spent a lot of time with and kind of used as, an emotional support in some way, shape, or form. Because again, I feel like this isolative energy that you don't let a lot of people in. And anyways, back to the Father of Cups here. So I feel like potentially these roots issues could go back to a father figure who spoke harshly to you. Very spicy temper. Like when they were angry, they could say some terrible things. Very black and white type of person. There is no in between with this person. Like I said, just a real rigidity there. This is not your warm and cuddly dad. This is somebody who's distant. Like if they were physically there for you as a child, emotionally they weren't. Not at all. With the Two of Swords energy coming out next, can you guys, you can see that, hey? I feel drawn to pull this out too. With the Eight of Swords. Okay, I just heard that song by, it's Eddie Vedder, Big Hard Sun. Does it go something like, beaten down on all the big people? I'm terrible with words. I'm one of those people that think songs like say silly things when I don't hear the words, but I'm just the portion of the lyrics that I'm hearing is big hard sun beaten on the big people in this big hard world. Something about that. I feel like you were taught as a child to be strong. And you might have relied on this. So going forward, because you were taught to be strong and, be a man sort of thing, like, this kind of language, or, be a woman, like whoever. Although I do really feel like I'm reading for a masculine, if I'm being honest. But just more masculine energy, which, again, you can be of female gender and have those masculine traits of being tough and, not a lot of vulnerability, feel very comfortable giving but not receiving, that sort of thing. So don't confuse the two gender-wise. But it's almost like you were taught to be strong and tough and don't be weak. And I feel, again, this is coming from a father. And so you carried that through in your life, as in like, I must be strong. I've got to be the strong one. I can't show emotion. That's weakness. You don't quit. If this was a marriage, I can see you being the type that's like, you don't give up, you don't quit, you suffer. Like, because you're obligated. You have an obligation, thick or thin sort of thing. You don't just jam out, that sort of thing. Or you stay together for the kids, even if your marriage is a completely miserable one and your kids are suffering because of that, But I feel like this is what you were taught. And I feel this was at odds with what you felt in your heart and soul. What you were taught by this parental figure here was at odds with your true self, okay? I feel like you're a bit of a unicorn too. I just got that you're a bit of a unicorn in the sense that, and I know that's got connotations in some communities. I don't fully know exactly, but I've heard it. But when I say unicorn, like you're kind of one of a kind. You're different than all the rest. Oh, what are you doing? It's my cat thumping on the wall. And I get this sense like something didn't sit right with you with this. There's things in your life that probably didn't sit right because you're unique. You're a different kind of person. You were maybe a bit not weird. You just dance to a different drum, man. You're just different. And it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. At least, well, not to someone like me. I might be a bit weird myself. So I'd embrace it if I were you. And I felt like this kept you trapped. I felt like whatever you were taught as a child, these beliefs, these root beliefs growing up, it left you feeling like life was dangerous, that risks weren't okay. Like you don't take risks. Dad would have taught you that you do the tried and true. You don't take risks. That's not safe. And this kept you from becoming who you were meant to be. Right? You were never meant to be imprisoned like this. That was somebody else's narrative that was dictating your life. With the Three of Wands coming out next. Gosh, I haven't seen this card in a long time. I just heard Eye of the Tiger. I don't even know who sings that. I think through time and contemplation and even like going back and exploring the roots and stuff like that, this to me almost feels like Holy Trinity, almost like illumination is what it feels like. It feels like illumination about all of this came or is coming. And it's helped you balance yourself, be a more balanced individual. And to... because you see that all the chakra colors are in here. There's still some work to do, though, on the throat, the fifth chakra, and the heart chakra. And the fourth chakra there, fourth and fifth chakras. There's still some work to be done. And your crown, there's something missing about your crown, but you're getting there. I think this is like you've tied all the pieces together and you're starting to understand things better and starting to come into balance, okay? This is what the Three of Wands is representing here. Beautiful. Okay, we're kind of pushing past the time limit. Oh, okay, I'm taking these. I have to take them. Listen, loves, this is gonna run a bit long, but it's important. I always see the Emperor. I always get Big Hard Sun. That Eddie Vedder song again. Someone needs to hear that song. Someone needs to go back and listen to it. To the lyrics in there. There's a lyric in there that you need to hear, and it'll hit you like a ton of bricks when you hear it. It's be like an aha moment. Or it's a song that you're really quite fond of. There's something about it that maybe makes you feel more powerful, that makes you feel just the energy increases when you listen to that song. Okay. The Mother of Pentacles. Oh, this is your mama. This could be your mom. I feel like you were very close to your mom. She was very earthy. She might be an earth sign. Another Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn like you. So she understood you. She understands you. You're very, very close to her. I can't even describe in my heart what I'm feeling right now. It's the most loving, tender energy. It's healing. Like, look how that little fawn. I was like, what's the name of the baby deer? It's a fawn, isn't it? But look how that little one is cuddled into its mom. I feel like your mom protected you. I feel like your mom stood up for you. I feel like your mom was always there for you. She was your biggest champion. She knew just how to treat you. She just intuitively knew your heart. And so she guided you and she nurtured the more feminine side of yourself. But unfortunately, for some reason, your dad's energy was more, You adopted more of your dad's energy. But this is where your sweetness is. There's something about you that is so sweet and innocent and so vulnerable. This reminds me of someone I knew. And they were really hard on the exterior, or they could be. They could come across as incredibly harsh. Like some of the things they would say would be like, oh, like, ouch. And, very much like my way or the highway, what I say goes. Don't challenge what they say. Don't challenge their impressions and stuff like that. Like, you just don't. Defensive energy at times. But the more I got to know this person, the more I could strip away that exterior and see deep down inside this sweetest heart, and just a gentleness and they just had such a caring heart for everything, mostly for the natural world, like, the environment and animals and stuff like that, and their children, and, just a really sweet person down below the surface that I don't think a lot of people got to see or didn't take the time to see. Or their defenses were so high that nobody else had a chance to even, but just a really great person. And so this is how I feel. This might be your energy that I'm referring to, because that story's popping into my mind with that person. In any event, your mother figure was pivotal in your life, and probably still is. I keep saying was, so it's possible that your mom has passed. I don't know. I feel more of a presence, though. Like, I feel like she's still there, but we're just going back in time and talking about how she was towards you as a child. Really good listener, really sweet. There might be someone in your life, actually, this otter spirit here, that reminds you of her. There's elements of her. They're different. This person and your mom are different, but there's elements within each other that are similar. And it's almost like this could be a mothering energy that, like I said, when they're watching you in this Phoenix energy, it's almost like they're watching with pride, is how it feels. And like, you go, like, you can do this. Like, this is going to be amazing. It hurts so bad, but look at you grow, sort of thing. Okay. Your mom was your stability. Yeah. The Emperor could be some Aries energy here. You could be someone who's a leader. Your mother may have helped you and sculpted you into being a strong individual. Stand tall and proud. But there's the dad in the background. There was always the dad in the background here, I think, that always had an effect. And it's this big, hard son. The dad feels like the big, hard son that's kind of like just that... just that heavy energy of like, you be strong, son, and everything the mom wasn't, okay? Everything that the mom wasn't, despite this being who you really were. Your mother nurtured that, your true essence, your individuality. But she taught you to stand tall and be proud, and she probably encouraged you to do things. And you grew because of that. You probably had a lot of growth in your life because of her, like a strong... You've built up quite a life for yourself because of your mom's support and what she offered to you. But there's always this burning back here. Yeah, the Father of Wands here. Again, I just feel this father energy. It's like two different energies here. Your father was more of a doer. Your mom was more of a nurturer and a listener and stuff, and took care of you that way. Whereas the father, again, I'm just getting like a cutting tongue. It could strike at any moment. He might have had a hot temper. Again, this came up with the Father of Cups, but this, your dad could have been one that had a hot temper and could strike out at any minute. Kind of a shallow person. There's just not a lot of depth there. And no emotion. It's possible they may have actually abused you, like they may have whipped you with a stick or a belt or, things like that. Oh, it's so sad. But, we've got the sun. And I think I mentioned that when I was shuffling that I saw the sun, and wouldn't that be amazing if this came out? And of course it has. Of course it has, because the tables are turning, because you're going through this here. The Chariot, this is going to happen quickly. The three of Swords, very interesting. We've got the Son of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take that because I think it influences this that we see here. I think you realized your potential. I think you realized what you're deserving of and what you're not deserving of. This is a transformative experience. And if you look at the energies associated in these two cards here, it's a shared energy here. And the Sun, traditionally the Sun is the happiest card in the tarot deck. But to me, this doesn't even speak so much about happiness as it does transformation and like a lightning bulb moment that changes everything. A moment in time that changes everything is what I'm hearing. And this happens quickly. The Chariot energy is very fast moving. Once it starts, it doesn't stop. It's almost like you're on fire, okay, with this burst. And so I think you can see throughout the reading gaining momentum, right? You've slowly been gaining momentum after moving quite slowly and coming to terms with things. Like this has really been an evolution, and this has taken some time. This journey has taken some time. I feel like at some point, I feel like this could be you. This Son of Swords could have come in and delivered news that ended in heartbreak for sure. How do I say this? This relationship that you were in was like one of bondage again, of pain. It's like being bound, but not in a good way. It's controlling, it's manipulative, it's really unhealthy. Really, really unhealthy. I don't know if one of your kids might have said something to you, because the Son of Swords, when this communication comes in, it's very fast and it's to the point, it's blunt. It's just really getting, again, I always hear the word to the heart of the matter. It's like something, it's almost like someone delivering communication to you, delivering a message to you that just hit you right in the gut. And it was just like a ping, like just this forward motion from there. It really got to you and really made you think about just how dysfunctional this was. Like I said, it could have been a child that said something to you. It could be like a male child who basically called it out for what it was. It feels like someone younger than you. Initially I thought it was you. I don't think it was. I think it was someone younger than you. And it feels like a child possibly could have said that. So I feel like the Sun is the outcome and the Phoenix. So let's just get one more card to give us a sense of the outcome if things continue on as they are. One card for outcome, please. Potential future based on everything as it stands today. I feel like this has been a really solo experience for you. I don't feel like you reached out and accepted help from others. I feel like you're really doing this on your own, which is kind of sad, Virgo. I think it's very Virgo-ish, though, if I know a Virgo well. But it's sad. One final card for outcome, please. Crossroads. Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Yeah. Okay. So crossroads, the Two of Wands. You know, again, we see a balancing of the chakra colors here. Again, a heavy emphasis on that first chakra, but there's a lot of other ones that need work. So there's still work to be done here, but you're getting closer. You're getting closer to resolving a lot of things. And I think it really ultimately speaks about choice. If you're stuck and you haven't made it this point yet and you're still stuck in here, it's like things are coming to a head is what I'm hearing, okay? I'm also getting to, I place this below the sun and it just feels so natural, so intuitive to, like, it's almost like you're almost here. You're almost to the end where you can finally start to see some light in your life and start enjoying life again and return to this beautiful little being here that's still within you, and it's always been within you, but this is kind of overtaken and kind of ruled the roost, if you will. Okay. I feel really drawn to use this new deck I got from my friend and her kids. It's called the Starseed Oracle. It's a beautiful deck. Gorgeous deck, and normally I pull from the Mystical Shaman's Oracle, but I feel a lot more inclined to read from the Starseed. I am not familiar with this deck in the sense that I've never read off of it before, so we'll just use it intuitively. There are messages on them, so I'll read those out, but again, as with everything that I do, I rely more heavily on my intuition than anything. So what final messages do you have for our beautiful Virgos here today? Wow, so you're being called. It says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. What I see here in this card is someone stepping into the possibilities of life. I see somebody who's finally coming back into their power and who's finally willing to step out and take a risk and to do something that they've always been too scared to do, right? Something where I'm just hearing a world of infinite possibilities. Okay. Reminds me a lot of the Sun card, actually. Kind of like the Fool card as well. Yeah. It says, forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Big picture thinking. Pleiades energy. Visionary. Inspired ideas. And jump in. Andromedan energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. Okay, so, and on the bottom of the back, or the bottom of the back, on the bottom of the deck is cracked open. Rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. And isn't that what the Phoenix is all about? Again, it's about hitting rock bottom, right? This is your rock bottom right here. That's rock bottom, friends. That's what rock, sorry guys, I'm going to just lift this up a bit. This is what rock bottom looks like right here, okay? And this is all about surrendering to the alchemy of life and moving forward, okay? Coming into your own power. This is what awaits you. It's like stepping in. It's like being in between worlds. It's possible that you're in between these worlds right now, okay? And it's stepping forward into something new. And it's a bit of a ways to get there. It's a bit of a climb. But look at all that healing energy in that scene there, okay? Look at all that healing energy. And this, again, another doorway. It speaks of going forward into another doorway. It's like an alternate universe that you're used to. It's like flip it upside down, right? It's, to me, more than anything, this is about stepping towards the possibilities in life, stepping through that doorway, which leads to the sun. I mean, say yes to change. This is you diving in. This to me is akin to the Fool card. And this is somebody diving into the experience of life, to what they know. Oh, I see that's an eye there. So it's almost like diving into what you're intuitively drawn to what you intuitively know. Did I not talk about that somewhere along the lines here? That might have been Pisces. I talked more about that. Time to make that leap when you're ready, if this feels right. That's what the cards have to say to you today, Virgo. I wish you all the best going forward. Take care for now, Virgo. Bye.